There are places in this world that are not on any map, hidden, whispered about, and fiercely protected by silence. Thornhollow is one such place, a city of dwarves who turned their backs on the sun, choosing the deep, quiet dark over the world of men. They say Thornhollow guards treasures, but its greatest secret is its own existence, a sorrowful shadow clinging to its name. Most believe it's only a legend, a ghost story for mountaineers and dreamers, but stories have a way of surviving, waiting for someone curious enough to listen. For one young man, that time was about to arrive, ushered in by the scent of old paper and the quiet fall of snow. Elias, a young man more at home with books than people, lived in his late grandfather's cabin on the edge of the snowy mountains. The world outside was cold and silent, but inside the cabin was filled with the warmth of memories and the quiet hum of curiosity. Elias often wondered if he truly belonged anywhere, or if he was simply a wanderer in his own life, searching for meaning among the relics of the past. His grandfather, a cartographer obsessed with mysteries, left behind a library of strange tales and unfinished maps. Each shelf was a testament to a lifetime spent chasing secrets, and every journal hinted at places that existed only in the imagination, or perhaps just out of reach. During a blizzard, as the wind howled and snow piled against the door, Elias discovered a hidden parchment tucked deep within his grandfather's journal. A map, unlike any other, marked with cryptic notes and a single word, Thornhollow. The ink was faded, but the message was clear enough to spark a sense of destiny.
Where the twin peaks weep, their shadows stretching long and thin across the valley floor. Follow the sun's shadow at noon, when the light is brightest and the world seems to hold its breath, but only when the ice groans beneath your feet, warning of hidden dangers below the surface.
At the map's center, his grandfather had written, "A city of wonders, a prison of echoes. Here the past and future collide, and secrets are both shield and shackle. I warned them, do not follow." The words were scrawled in a trembling hand, as if written in haste or fear, a final plea from a man who had seen too much. Yet the warning was an invitation, igniting a fire of curiosity in Elias. He felt the pull of adventure, the need to uncover what his grandfather had found, and perhaps what he had lost. This was his grandfather's final adventure, a legacy, a test, and a secret he could not ignore. The map was more than a puzzle. It was a call to step beyond the safety of the cabin and into the unknown. With heart pounding and mind racing, Elias knew he had to follow the map into the mountain's heart, no matter what awaited him in the shadows beyond. At dawn, Elias set out, braving the mountain's icy teeth with only his grandfather's map and journal for guidance. He followed cryptic instructions, enduring days of climbing and cold, until he found a hidden entrance behind a frozen waterfall.
Where the twin peaks weep?
Crawling through a narrow fissure, Elias emerged into a vast cavern and met a dwarf, armored and wary, axe glowing with blue light.
No one comes here by chance. You carry the scent of the sun world, and a fool's hope. State your name and purpose, surface dweller.
Elias, breathless, realized his grandfather's secret was real. He had found the entrance, and the guardian. The legend of Thornhollow was no myth. Baelric, the guardian, led Elias deeper into the mountain, down spiraling stairs lit by veins of glowing blue crystal. They emerged onto a ledge overlooking Thornhollow, a city carved from stone, illuminated by luminite crystals, alive with the hum of singing ore.
Luminite stores sound and releases it as light. The singing ore resonates with the mountain's core, our magic, our life.
Yet beneath the city's beauty, Elias sensed anxiety. Dwarves spoke in hushed tones, eyes darting toward the dark tunnels. They feared the deep echo, a presence haunting the deepest minds, mimicking voices preying on hope.
Stay within the luminite's light. Do not listen to voices from the dark. The echo will use what you love against you.
The warning was clear, heavy as the stone itself. Thornhollow's greatest threat was not a beast, but a memory. Elias spent days as a guest in Thornhollow, marveling at dwarven craft, but feeling the city's unspoken dread. One evening, Standing on a high bridge, he heard his grandfather's voice, faint, familiar, calling from a dark tunnel.
Elias, my boy, I found it. The source, the heart of the song.
The voice tugged at his heart, tempting him to believe his grandfather was alive, trapped in the mountain's depths. Baelric's warning echoed in his mind, but hope was a painful hook.
Just one look, just to be sure.
Against his better judgment, Elias slipped away from the city's light and into the darkness, guided by the haunting call. The air grew colder, the city's hum fading behind him, replaced by silence and the phantom voice leading him deeper. He was leaving the city of wonders, walking into the prison of echoes. The tunnel twisted into utter darkness, swallowing every trace of light behind Elias as he pressed forward, heart pounding in his chest. The air grew colder, thick with the weight of ancient secrets, and the only sound was the echo of his own footsteps, mingling with a distant, haunting melody. Through the gloom, the voice of his grandfather called out, gentle yet insistent, guiding Elias onward with words that seemed to come from both memory and dream.
The stone remembers everything, Elias. Every joy, every sorrow, every betrayal, etched into its heart for those who know how to listen.
Stumbling forward, Elias emerged from the suffocating tunnel into a vast cavern, its ceiling lost in shadow, the air vibrating with a strange, living energy. At the cavern's heart, a pulsing vein of singing ore cast an eerie, shifting light, illuminating the chamber with a spectral glow that seemed to pulse in time with his heartbeat. Suddenly, the guiding voice fractured, splintering into a chorus of agony, dwarven and human voices entwined, echoing with centuries of pain and betrayal. Visions flickered before Elias's eyes, his grandfather, once a desperate thief, reaching for the forbidden ore, driven by need and haunted by regret. A sudden cave-in, the earth shuddering, lives snuffed out in an instant, and the memories of those lost, their faces and voices forever trapped within the cold embrace of the stone. The deep echo was not a monster lurking in the dark, but a wound in the world itself. A memory of violence and sorrow, endlessly replayed, desperate for new voices to hear its pain, and perhaps to heal it.
It wasn't a map to treasure. It was a confession, a warning carved in grief and hope, meant for those who would listen.
The voices swirled around Elias, trying to pull him deeper, to make his fear and sorrow part of their endless, mournful song. Shadows pressed close, and Elias felt the weight of countless regrets, as if the stone itself begged him to remember and never forget. Just as he was about to be consumed by the darkness, his spirit nearly broken, a brilliant blue light erupted, flooding the cavern and driving back the shadows with its fierce, cleansing glow.
Hold fast, lad, don't listen. Remember who you are and why you came.
Baelric and the dwarven warriors raised their voices in a song of apology and remembrance, their harmonies weaving through the cavern, strong and sorrowful. The melody wrapped around the deep echo, soothing its pain, and for a moment the ancient wound seemed to pulse with hope. The voices faded, leaving Elias trembling in the gentle blue light, forever changed by what the deep echo remembered. Baelric helped Elias back to Thornhollow, their footsteps echoing through the ancient halls as the weight of their journey pressed upon them. The city, carved from the bones of the mountain, seemed to hold its breath as they entered, every stone watching, every torch flickering with anticipation. In the heart of Thornhollow, the dwarven king listened to their story in silence, his eyes reflecting the pain and hope woven through their words. The gathered dwarves hung on every detail, the air thick with unspoken questions and old regrets.
Your grandfather brought sorrow to our people, a shadow that lingered long after his footsteps faded from these halls. But we share the blame as well. We hoarded our song, our wisdom, and let a wound fester in the darkness, too proud or too afraid to face it. The scars of our choices are etched into these stones, and the pain of what we lost lingers in every silent corridor. You have shown us the echo is not a beast to be feared, but a memory, fragile, wounded, and yearning to be understood. It is a memory to be healed, a song waiting to be sung again, if only we have the courage to listen.
The king, his voice grave but gentle, offered Elias a choice: leave and swear silence, carrying the burden of secrets back to the world above, or stay and help heal the echo, to become part of a new story, one of hope and reconciliation.
Your voice may be the one to begin the healing, to bridge the silence that has divided us for generations.
Elias thought of his lonely world above, the cold wind and empty nights, and the longing that had always haunted him. Here, beneath the mountain, he had found purpose, a chance to mend what was broken, to belong to something greater than himself.
I'll stay. I want to help heal what's broken, to be part of the song that brings light back to these halls. Together, perhaps we can restore what was lost and forge a new beginning.
And somewhere, high above, the wind still whispers through the peaks, carrying stories of sorrow and hope alike. It tells tales of forgotten places, of wounds and healing, of courage found in the darkness, and of the brave souls who dare to listen, to answer the call echoing through stone and shadow. The legend of Thornhollow endures, no longer just a ghost story, but a song of hope in the dark, waiting for new voices to join its chorus.